Dirty Distaggio here. The good doctor is in the house. Dr. Distaggio taking a look at Darbones' account. It looks like we have ourselves a corner base here, Town Hall level 15. Corner base? Didn't that go uncool in like the 70s? No. Didn't that go uncool in the Februaries of 2014 when that worked? You know, when people were using it to farm like Here We Monster B. It was only good for about C maybe if you were lucky. And yeah, hero bases are real low level. Arrow towers are low level. These other buildings I don't so much care about. And look at Guild Buried, member of the Dirty Empire. This is one of our newer guilds that was created. See how the icon there is like a shovel spade? You gotta dig yourself out of the hole. It could also mean like a phoenix. And go and look at Rogue's Remorse, the guild leader. Look at this. Look at this account right here, guys. You know what this looks like? This looks like Rogue's Remorse's. It looks like it's following along on the free play series, which is up to part 3, released yesterday. So be sure to check out the free play series I'm doing, since this account is looking like it's actually a little bit ahead of me. So that's actually pretty awesome. That some of you guys know exactly what base I'm headed towards here. Looks like they got up to Here We Monster F Darbones. Getting up to F, probably farming E, maybe even farming D. Here's some quests that are up here. I'm going to take a look at some of these quests, and obviously we're not going to challenge a boss right now in the middle of the, wow, midnight. Nor am I the guild leader. I'm just playing on this account. Darbones, member, guild buried. And yeah, this is actually kind of the really old school corner base too, which actually had the whole set of buildings far away from the base rather than near the base, being protected by the towers. And that is actually a good way to do it. Pumpkin Duke, very nice, always excellent. Let's get that Pumpkin Duke up to level 100 though, so once we complete the quest, we'll use those books to bring that sucker up there. Thunder God with Berserk. That's an excellent talent, by the way. Berserk. Never re-roll a Berserk 3 to 5 unless you want to spend a lot of money to get a higher Berserk. Revive Champion. That's acceptable. Revive is a great talent for Here Be Monsters. Bulwark is an awesome talent. Will be a great talent for Guild Wars, one of the top 5 talents, actually. Right under Scatter. Who's got Scatter? Druid, War God, 1 of 5. That's acceptable. We'll take that. That's not, like, super awesome, but that's like a top 10 talent, which doesn't say a whole lot, but hey, that's alright. Oh, and by the way, Pumpkin Duke had Revitalize 3 on it. That is also excellent. Do not re-roll that. Keep that on there. And Sprint 2 of 5, that's not terrible. I mean, that's kind of fun in the arena. I would probably re-roll that myself to something like, maybe like a Guild Wars friendly talent here. Yeah, Guild Wars friendly talent, there's a great post on the IGG forums talking all about the mad love of Scatter being the #1 talent, because Guild Wars will be 1 versus 1, no magic. And so Scatter is a talent that reduces the energy of the thing that you are fighting. And so if your hero keeps attack, every single attack, every basic attack too, so Scatter works really well for Guild Wars, pretty much Guild Wars only. It does not work really great in any other game mode except for maybe on an area of effector. And wow, did I just get seriously owned on this right? Hey, that's alright. I'm testing out the account. Stress test. This was a great base to do a stress test. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but always we shall be. Starts with a D. I'm not going to say it because people tell me I have to say it all the time. I say Dirty Distaggio, you say the D word too much. It's like, I'm Dirty Distaggio. How can I not say the D word? It's like, it's not an adjective, guys. It's a lifestyle, baby. Dirty up. I just like to be different, and I try not to be sort of conforming to the norms of whatever the norms are in YouTube, I guess. I don't even know what they are, to be honest with you. I just gem past those. Hey, I'm going to buy Darbones here. I'm going to buy him a bunch of gems later. In part 2, this is part 1 of 2, we're going to use these books because I just cannot, I have way too much, like, OCD to keep Pumpkin Duke at level 98. No, but I won't actually do this, but I do recommend Darbones you do this. I'm going to back out of this. I'm not going to do this. Typically when I play on someone's account, I never really make any major decisions for them. I might complete builds, I might reroll talents, but I pretty much will just give you the advice and you can choose to listen or ignore me, either of which I am completely and totally okay with. So that's just how this works. I'm not getting paid by anyone to do this. I'm just doing this for fun. So again, you don't have to listen to me and I don't have to listen to you. So that's how it works. Kind of keeps the pressure off me, if you will, to do things epic. Although we will do things epic in this video. This is a two-part video series, guys. Again, player is farming. Here be monster, maybe D, potentially E, certainly not F. Has never beaten F or G for that matter. And I believe that this account right now, today, can beat not only F for the first time, but also G. Or at least get to G5. That's the second I looked at this account and looked at those heroes, I just felt that that was true. Because Pumpkin Duke is really helpful. And it's a decent account here set up. It looks like it's getting close to... I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. This is high-speed video. Probably playing around 6 times speed. Whenever I do base redesigns, this rebuild here took me 14 minutes. And I condensed it down to like 1 or 2 minutes just so you guys didn't have to painstakingly watch me do that in real time. Because seriously, me building this base would have been a 2-part series if I didn't speed it up. So I will speed up video occasionally. Now, I am basically building the Butterfly V2. Ronger Butterfly V2. Google that crap right there in YouTube and you'll find my video on his base. However, that base is for a Town Hall 17, and this is a Town Hall not 17, a Town Hall 15. And so what we have to do is we can't build the Butterfly V2 Ronger design. We have to build the Peon Fly. What's the Peon Fly? The Peon Fly is basically the butterfly, or a, what do people call this? I'm not going to say the word. It's D&D, and it doesn't stand for Dirty Distaggio. It stands for Double Diamond. I do not like that name. Note too, however, that it's asymmetrical. The bottom diamond here is 1 wall space segment shorter. So it's not, I'm just pointing it out that if you do have a little bit of OCD and can't stand an asymmetrical base, it might not be the base for you. However, I know that deep down inside of you, you'll be okay with such a design. Now, I did hire troops here because I just want the best chance to beat F. However, then I got myself to thinking, I'm like, you know what, let's just make sure the base beats E, which is what I believe this account is farming right now. Because if they are farming F, it would be beat, and F has not yet been beat on this account. And so let's just make sure it beats E, because if it doesn't beat E, there is no way in hell it's going to beat F. By the way, F is actually a very challenging Here Be Monster wave. It's very difficult, and some say that F is harder than G, Here Be Monster G. I even used to say that, but I don't really believe that anymore. I do think there are some accounts where Here Be Monster F will be farmable and will be very easy, but stepping to G is just not quite there. And actually that is potentially what this account is. An account that can very likely farm F, but not beat G, or get very far in G, but just isn't quite farmable. And is not quite farmable, by the way, because of hero base level and arrow tower level. It's not really about Town Hall level. And so Town Hall level helps, because when you get to Town Hall 17, you get a 5th arrow tower. And so that's very helpful. However, in a video, in the last one of these that I did, we beat Here Be Monster H with Town Hall 16. So that's the first time I've ever done that. Now that account had 6 bases, okay, 6 hero bases, so that's kind of unfair. But it does prove one thing: you don't need Town Hall level high. What you need really, really, really high for it to work is your hero base level and your arrow tower level. In the interior buildings, the buildings on the inside of the walls, that's what I mean when I say interior buildings, they have to also be somewhat high. I would say like level 14 or higher, ideally like 16 or 15 or 16, equal or just one higher than the town hall level, which you should be allowed to do. Now look at this, I'm just shoot the bird, shoot the bird, shoot the dirty bird, shoot the dirty bird, shoot it, shoot it, shoot the bird. They look like birds to me. I call them dirty birds because they're dirty and they fly over walls and they're cheap, which means they're dirty, like dirty fighting. They're dirty birds because they fly over walls. That's dirty. That's why I call them dirty. And it's not just because I like to say the word, guys, although I do like to say the word, so I'm not going to fault you there for accusing me of liking that word, because if you were to accuse me of liking that word, I would simply say that you are correct in your accusation. E4 coming in here, and this video right now is just played about just a little bit faster than normal, just to kind of like take the edge off. You know what I mean? You come home, you got to take the edge off a little bit by running your video a little bit faster than normal. Actually, no, that's not how anyone takes the edge off. We take the edge off by drinking heavily. The edge of life, right? Am I wrong, guys? I'm not wrong. You know I'm right. Oh, come on, you're all teenagers. You don't drink. Or if you do, you drink illegally. Yeah, my neighboring state right next door to me here is Wisconsin, and there's this story on the radio a couple days back that says if I take, let's say I have kids and I take my kids out to a bar in Wisconsin, and it doesn't matter what age they are, they can drink with their parents alcoholic beverages. Like they could be 10 years old, and that bartender would have to serve the kids if they're sitting at a table with their parents. So I'll let you guys discuss amongst yourself if you think that's cool or not. E5. So we beat E. That's great. That's awesome. That means that we're doing at least what was being done before I touched the account. So that just basically sets my bearings straight. Now we're ready to move on to part 2, where we're going to run this base. We're going to tweak it a little bit, run it against F. If we beat F, we'll run it against G, and then I'm going to buy some gems, lots of gems, roll some heroes, and I'm going to gem rush a couple buildings. As always, keep it dirty, and stay tuned for part 2.